Hey everybody, I'm Amy.
I'm Dan.
And we're the Hustle Couple coming at you today with a What Sold Sunday on a Monday.
Yes, we made it. It's Monday again. I feel like we just did this.
We did, but this time it's a little bit different again.
All right. Thank you for all the new people that are here. We've got new people. Welcome to the channel. We are full-time resellers in Dallas, Texas, and we sell everything that's not nailed down, basically.
We do. This week we sold 65 things.
All right.
But we're going to switch it up a little bit.
Right.
And
we are going to talk about the items that sold the same week we listed them and also for some good profit. So these are high dollar, quick flipping items.
So if your eBay store is running a little slowly, we've been hearing that, then here are some brands, some items that you might look for at the thrift that maybe will jumpstart your sales.
That's right.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, we're going to jump right in. The first sale was a brand new brand to us. I did not know about this brand until recently. It's a Cricut blue polo shirt. Cricut spelled C-R-I-Q-U-E-T. And this one went for $27.99.
These are great to find because normally you find them in multiples.
Yes.
People that like their Cricut shirts,
Really like their Cricut shirts.
we guess. We don't know. It's a new brand to us. But every time we list them, they sell very quickly.
Yes, very quickly.
This was an overnighter.
Overnighter, gotta love that, right?
Okay.
All right. A lot we've noticed, not just for us, but plush and especially vintage plush is selling like crazy at the moment.
Right now. List it if you got it.
Yeah, because you got like a couple of days left to get it up and listed so people can buy it for Christmas. This was a 1978, great year by the way, vintage Dakin teddy bear that sold for $104.99 with shipping.
So this kind of plush, you can see it in the picture, looks well loved.
For sure.
I think most people would pass on this at the thrift store because of condition. But we find that the ones, I don't want to say worse, because that's not, the ones with the patina, the
Good
ones
word, good
with
word.
the lovin's
Yeah.
do better. Because I think they must look like someone's old friend.
Right.
So someone maybe Dan's age, 1978, best year ever, is looking for a childhood gift to give to their brother or their friend that used to have it. And they're like, oh my gosh, it looks exactly like that. So don't just glaze over. I mean, we do recommend looking for a Jellycat and all those kind of things in plush. We have a great plush video on the Vendu channel if you want to check out some high dollar plush.
Should we put it in a card?
No, because then they leave our video.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that. And anyway,
We'll link it in the below.
that's good. We're getting better at YouTube, I think. But the ones that look a little loved, I would definitely look them up, especially if they're from the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, and the good thing about Dakin is it usually tells you the date on the tag. So it'll have, on the back, you'll see the Dakin tag on the front. On the other side, it says copyright 1978 or 1982 or whatever year it was made. So.
And fun fact, this is one of 5 vintage plush that sold for us this week.
Listed and sold this week.
No, this one is listed and sold this week, but the other 4 we just had listed.
I see. Okay.
So in general, vintage plush that is well loved is selling right now.
Yes.
So if you have it in your death pile, go list it, or if you're at Goodwill, make sure to just give a once over to the plush section.
Right.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared of the plush, man. Just dive in.
Dan does. He literally dives in.
Okay. This is a pair of Laredo, basically brand new cowboy boots in a size 14 that we found at the Goodwill. So we paid $10 for these, and they sold within, I think, the next day or within 2 days, $52.99 with shipping.
And these are not great boots. They were just in great condition.
Right. Usually, like real high quality cowboy boots, like Lucchese's or Tony Lama's or Justin boot, yeah, they'll go easily for over $100, $200. I mean, depending on if it's like an exotic leather, a couple of $100, no problem.
And they normally sell fast for us too. We just don't have any in stock.
Yeah.
I guess what our point here is that any kind of cowboy boot in pretty good condition will probably flip right now.
Right, just don't overpay for it.
$10 is the most we would
Absolutely. Yeah.
Unless it was like an ostrich leather, which we have paid up for before and
sure.
sold.
Okay. Lacoste. You guys remember Lacoste? It's back.
It's back.
These are the, most of the time it's a polo shirt and it has the little alligator patch. It's not embroidered, it's a sewn on patch.
Be careful.
That's how you know it's real. This one was very unique. It had like a beaded crocodile. It looked kind of childish.
It was a kid shirt.
Kid shirt. Okay, there you go. Long-sleeved kids shirt sold for $39.94.
That's great for kids' clothing because their prices are normally really low.
Yeah.
And it was just very unique, and we did do the authenticity checks that we know to do.
Yes.
And if anything is a little bit out of the ordinary for a brand, I always look it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked up Beaded, and I found a couple of comps that were really great. I think we took an offer on this for lower. I think we had it listed around 50 or 55.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But another hot tip is that with these quick flipping items, it helps you in the algorithm so much. So sometimes it's worth taking that $10 of the sale, the offer off,
right?
And then you get a boost in the algorithm, and other things start selling quicker too,
right.
Which I think is representative of how many quick flips we had this week.
Yeah, and anytime we're talking about things that help the algorithm, the only reason we know that is purely trial and error and experience. We've tried something, and if it works, we stick with it. The biggest thing we've noticed algorithm-wise is the listing consistency. We had somebody else just recently comment that they used to list like 50 or something things and then take a break for multiple days and not list anything, and then they've switched to our model or somebody's model that we use of listing 15 things every single day consistently, and their sales have increased
A lot. So that would be our first tip. The second tip is to take those early offers, because I'm not saying take a lowball offer, but the early offers because odds are you're going to wait and still get the same offer. We've done that for you, so you don't have to do it.
All right.
Dang it.
Dang. Let's see. These sold remarkably fast. I was shocked how fast these things sold. They sold same day. Williams Sonoma extra large measuring spoon set.
These came in a junk bag, so we have no money into them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe $1.
$29.99.
I almost didn't list them because they were weird, which I didn't take my own advice, but they were like a tablespoon and a half, a teaspoon and a half.
And like 2 tablespoons. Yeah, it was like not non-standard measurements.
It was really weird, and they were large. And I'm like, who is going to use these? And then my reseller brain kicked in, and I was like, oh, wait, these are weird. Yep. Someone needs these.
Somebody needs those.
And they needed them fast. We do like selling Williams Sonoma. Everything we've ever gotten from them, I don't think there's anything left in our store right now because it's all sold.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So it's a really great brand, even if you're not, I don't know, into kitchen. Just if you're in the houseware section, flip it over. If it says Williams Sonoma, it's worth looking up.
Yeah, Sur La Table is the same way.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like Sur La Table, but it's Sur La Table. I didn't know that when I first saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say table?
I may have said table.
All right, what's next?
Next is this super sweet NCIS mystery puzzle. 750 piece. Oh, and it comes with a UV, with a black light.
It was like a mystery game puzzle situation.
Yeah, it didn't give you the image of the puzzle on the box. You didn't know what it was until you opened it.
Yeah. You don't know what it is till you put it together.
$62.94 with shipping.
And this went international.
Mm-hmm.
If I know one thing about most of America, they watch some form of NCIS.
Right.
We do not. But again, keeping your eye, we talked about this last week, keeping your eye on trends is important. We just saw on one of our shows that we were watching, there's another NCIS, Vegas, and we were both like, how many NCISs can there be? Oh, CSI.
But
even
it's back. Vegas was the first one.
Okay, I can't. Yeah. But if it's CSI or NCIS, it's sealed and it has a barcode, you better believe I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
And that one turned out to be really great.
Yeah, and we have one more, don't we?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And it sold overnight. I'm just like, puzzles are great to list right around now, and they don't normally cost as much at our Goodwill. They're like $1.99.
That's true. Yep.
So I wouldn't buy it unless it was sealed, because that's a huge risk.
Right.
Of missing pieces.
Yeah.
But we do. If you can find the Thomas Kincaid.
Yeah, those are good ones.
And then the Thomas Kincaid, there's like 4 puzzles in one or something. That's a really good one.
Yep.
Bolo. And then there's also, I've never found these. There's also a Ravensburger or Ravensburger.
I think it's burger.
Burger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Ravensburger. And it has like 10,000 pieces or something. It's something insane. If you can find that one, really good bolo too.
Okay. Speaking of good bolos, Sony VCRs are still selling, guys. Actually, most VCR brands are still selling. Sony does a little bit better. This one went for $69.99 with shipping.
Love it. And they're not that bad to ship if you use UPS ground.
Yeah. We found that they fit very nicely into either the smaller boxes from Chewy that our cat food comes in, or the what's the subscription box you get?
FabFitFun.
Yes. Though the ones that
VCR
flip open,
boxes.
those things are great for VCRs.
See, I get subscriptions for the boxes. The Macy's Beauty Box is the best size box.
It's so good.
We love it. I get the subscriptions, and then I sell the makeup products, keep some for myself, but the boxes are the best part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just keeping it real.
You know you're a reseller when.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We just got something from Amazon today. He brought it in. I'm like, oh, that's a
good
box.
Right? Yes.
We got another Amazon box today, and half of it was full of air pockets.
Yes. Okay. This is a pair of Eileen Fisher pants that sold within a matter of 1 or 2 days. These came from our super amazing estate sale haul. $38.99 for these.
I hope you see a lot more of this stuff in recent what sold's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We bought 314 items from an estate sale, and it was all...
And Eileen Fisher was the bad stuff.
Yes. So I guess what we're saying is high-end brands of ladies' clothing can do really well right now because of gift giving, and a lot of times they know what size they wear and what style they like.
Yeah.
So if you have a lot of it in your closet, it's obviously going to sell. We will eventually have 314 pieces of it. If you would like any plus size Eileen Fisher or some of the other brands.
There's some nice stuff in there. Stay tuned. Are we doing a haul? No, we didn't do a haul.
We didn't do a haul.
It was too much. It was too much.
Eskandar is in there, which is another great brand. Let's just give them some brands since this is a hot tip video.
There's a European brand called Oska, O-S-K-A, which is really good. There's some Catherine Bacon in there.
Izzy Miyake.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get your ears in tune with these brand names, when you see them, you'll be able to recognize them and pick them up 314 at a time like we did.
Yeah, but like the surprise for me was the Eskandar. I had never heard of that brand before, but whoa.
That stuff sells for thousands of dollars at Neiman's and Bergdorf's.
Yeah. We got a lot of it.
We have hundreds of pieces of it. So, but if we didn't know those brands, we wouldn't have even looked twice at this estate sale. It was so unassuming.
Yeah, it's like a pink T-shirt, $3,000 at Neiman's.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, man, you guys, this is the Burberry sport coat that I found. Wait for it, at the bins.
Yes. 84 cents.
I've paid 84 cents for this, and it's sold for $152.99.
I think it was 2 days, maybe.
Yeah. So not only was it Burberry, but it was big and tall. And it was a silk and wool blend. So it had a lot of stuff going for it.
Yes. And it was the modern Burberry.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the bins. We still pick up the vintage Burberry. Some people say don't. We pick it up and sell it all the time.
All the time.
So that's another good brand that's a solid seller, especially around the holidays.
Right. And just for those of you who don't know, the older tag does say Burberry's with an S.
It is authentic.
Totally
likely.
authentic.
And it's from the 90s. It's not like vintage. Some people think it's from like the 50s. No. Burberry that you know today didn't start till the 2000s.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I mean, same brand,
Right.
but the branding.
Ah, I see what you mean. Okay. Moving on to Christmas stuff. This is from Department 56. This is the Snow Village Grandma's Cottage. $70.95. And we did find this one with the factory styrofoam packaging. It's the only way we'll buy these things from now on.
We were at the Goodwill. We go to the Goodwill every day. If you're new here, now you know. That's our new business strategy. It's right down the street from our house, so we're saving on gas, and we kind of keep up with the inventory.
Yeah.
And they just put out some Department 56 stuff, which we do have, and we have been selling all season. But they put out a lot of stuff and it was all priced up. There was like little lanterns, little people, little
parking meters,
benches, and they're all $4. And then there was one big thing in a box and it was $12.94, and it was Grandma's Cottage.
Like, we're gonna take that one, please, thank you.
So we did not pay $4 for the little things. We left those behind. We don't buy all Department 56.
No, but like
the
big houses are usually safe bets.
Yeah, and since it was in the box, we opened it, make sure it was like not broken. It was never been used.
Yeah. Like the light bulb hadn't ever been installed even. So.
Yeah, I think we could have gotten more for this, but again, the quick flip was worth the offer.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll take $70 for 12 to 70. I'll take it.
Yes. Okay, guys, Lululemon. This is a men's Lululemon pre-post full zip jacket with a herringbone pattern, sold for $63.99.
Wow, we took an offer.
We did.
I think I had it listed at $100.
I think you did.
But then again, this happens to us sometimes. The offer will come in. Always, always, always check.
Yeah, recheck the comps.
Every time, even if it's a day. Because you may have been going fast, or maybe it was a size thing, or maybe.
Right.
And I looked at the comps, and I had priced a little high, I guess, waiting for an offer. And the offer came in, but if I hadn't reminded myself of that, I would have been like, no.
Offensive. Decline.
But then I looked at the comps, and they were all selling around 65 to 70. And I was like, that's a pretty good offer.
Well, there you go. And especially since we got it for what? That was a Goodwill buy, right? So $6? $6, $7, something like that?
It wasn't the bin shirt. It
No,
was, okay.
Regular Goodwill, yeah. Okay, let's see. This is the American Girl Nenea doll. She sold for $92.99.
I got this at Goodwill. I was so nervous to list it.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No, tell me.
Because she didn't have shoes.
What?
I'm so silly. I was like looking on Mercari trying to buy her shoes because she's in her Meet Me outfit, which is the outfit that the dolls come in. This is a special edition doll from Hawaii, and it was from 2017. There's tons of them listed on eBay, tons. And I was like, this is never going to sell. I'm just going to get the shoes to make mine better so that I can sell. And I didn't get the shoes, and finally we have to list 15 a day, and I was at 14. And I'm like,
all right, just
I guess I'm listing this. And I walked Dan through the pictures because I had looked many times at these comps.
Yeah.
And the ones that were selling, they looked cuter in the photos. So he took the pictures. I'm like, make it look cute. So he comes back, it was not cute.
She was like, she looks drunk. What are you doing?
We should put the pictures before and after. Do you think you could do that?
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe you still have them on your... If he does, we'll put them here. His first photo, she was like... I'm like, whoa. So we gave her a little hair fluff and everything, and then she sold overnight. Yep. And there was tons more listed that had shoes, and they were pre-owned. And I priced it not below theirs. I priced it so that those would sell, and then mine. I think it's the pictures. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
She needs to look cute.
All right.
He had her standing, and she was like leaning forward, like.
It's balancing. It's like, oh god.
And then I looked at some of the other pictures, and they look like that. Nobody wants that doll.
Everybody wants that doll.
Anyway, sold
just
overnight.
Right? Just like everybody wants this.
Oh, wait, we didn't tell him. I'm sorry. I paid $10 for that at the Goodwill.
Okay, $10.
So I did
$10 into almost 100 though. Not bad.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do that with all American Girl because I have an itty bitty baby boo something back there that I'm trying to list, and it's not worth anything. So just make sure to check the actual doll with Google Lens.
Good advice.
Hot tip.
Hot tip. Okay, Life is Good. You guys know this brand. This is the Christmas Mele Kalikimaka shirt. Sold super fast. $24.99.
So you know why it sold super fast.
Well, because it's a Christmas shirt.
Yeah. So at Christmas time, we go buy a Christmas shirt, and we list it, and it sells fast. It's not worth a ton of money, but we paid $3 for it, and it turned into $24.99.
Right.
And it was, what, 30 seconds to list?
Something like
T-shirt,
that.
we throw it on the flat, like, done.
That's
great.
right.
Love it.
You know what is worth some good money, though? Extra large plush. Pretty much of any kind, but especially unique extra large plush, like this. Huge 21-inch Aflac Duck. $60.
He came with us in the cart. I'm like, no, put it back. And he's
No,
like,
it went in the car. And I hit the button in the wing and it worked. And it screamed Aflac at you. It was great.
He put it in my face in the store. Aflac. I was like, that is not coming home. I'm so glad it sold. I was praying to the stars. Please sell. And then it sold immediately.
Yeah, I mean, massive. It was like 3 feet tall and 24 inches long. Just ginormous.
So either it's a gag gift. I think I put that in the description. So I do most of the listing, and then Dan does the photos and what is it? I do the drafting, and then Dan takes the photos,
the titles and the descriptions and all that.
And I think I put gag gift because I thought it would be funny to like. But here's the truth. We have another Aflac Duck. Don't ask me why, but it's smaller and it's been listed forever.
Yeah.
And is not even getting any interest.
None. Zero.
So I do think the larger plush is more desirable right now.
For sure.
I don't know if that's always.
If you had the choice between a little tiny Aflac Duck and a huge one.
But money. I think we had this listed at $80.
I think you're right, yeah.
And we took a $60 offer because...
Because $60, yeah.
We are not in the storage business.
Oh,
one thing in my... It's creepy.
It was pretty creepy. Okay. This is another piece from the estate sale. This is Peruvian Connection, a teal Pima cotton long sleeve, sold for $27.99. So, tell the people.
I've always heard that this brand was good. I've never found it. But I thought when I looked up this t-shirt, I thought it was going to be like the other stuff we've been selling, like $90.
Yeah.
And they were all like $20 or $30 at the most. So I was confused why people always recommend this brand. I do think their knits do better. I think they're more expensive, like sweaters and things.
That makes sense, yeah.
But also, I just looked, it's similar to those cricket polos we mentioned at the top of the hour. The sell-through rate was insane.
Yeah.
So do you want to kind of go through that for anyone who's...
What, sell-through rate?
Yeah.
Sure. In basic terms, when somebody says sell-through rate, you're talking about the ratio of the number of items sold versus the number of items listed in a given time period. So for us, let's just say we take last week for an example. We listed... Let's just say if we listed 50 things last week.
No, we listed 105. We do that every week.
Okay, we listed 105 things last week.
So we'll say 100 to make it easy.
Make the math easy, yes. We listed 100 things last week. Of those 100 things, if we sold 30 of them, we have a 30% sell-through rate.
And people do this calculation differently all over YouTube.
Yes.
Okay? It's a ratio, so do what you will with that.
Right.
The idea is to have more solds. When you're looking through for comping, the idea is to have more solds than available.
Right.
So you're looking and there's like, at the bottom when you type in an item, so if you type in Peruvian Connection, it'll be like 1,500 listings. It'll tell you how many are available.
Right.
And it'll say 1,500 plus or something. It'll give you the big number and then plus.
Yep.
And then you go to solds and it'll tell you how many sold.
Yeah.
So if there's 1,500 listings and you go to solds and there's 26,000 sold, that's insane.
Right. That tells you that brand is selling like hotcakes.
Yes, and something's either wrong with the ones that are listed and not selling, or they just got listed and they're about to sell.
Or their price, or their price too high.
Right, that's what I mean with wrong.
Yeah.
So I will pick up. This is just like cricket. It's not a huge profit. It's pretty huge.
Yeah.
I mean, $20 for a lot of people is good.
Right.
But it's the quick flip that helps the algorithm for me that wins every time.
Yeah.
So now you have two brands to keep in your noggin: Cricket and Peruvian Connection with insane sell-through rates.
Right. There's other brands, like just off the top of my head, we talked about it last week. Affliction has a massively high sell-through rate. That stuff is still selling. So if you find it, grab it.
Mm-hmm. There's other, I'm sure you guys know brands too, but these are like Rock Revival, great sell-through rate on all platforms. And this can vary from platform to platform.
True.
So always check. If you mainly sell on Poshmark, the sell-through rate of these brands is going to be different than if you just sell on eBay or just sell on Facebook.
Right.
The Facebook thing for John Deere is crazy to me. We have John Deere has, they sell instantly on Facebook, but not on eBay.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Right? So the sell-through rate, you got to check the platforms and maybe spend your time. This is another hot tip.
Yeah.
Spend your time cross-listing these certain items to certain platforms where they're more likely to sell.
Good
Save
call.
time. Time is money, people.
It really is. You mentioned Facebook. We got a Facebook Marketplace sale.
We never do.
Just one.
Well, I've been cross-listing.
Right. We're starting. We're trying. All right.
And wait, no, we sold 5 things on Facebook. I just want you to know.
Okay, but this is the only one that fits what we're talking about, which
I'm just saying, my efforts are not ending.
Right. This sold the same week we listed it. This is a RCA VCR with remote control. So again, VCRs are still selling. Some brands obviously do better than others. Some models are better, but if you find VCRs for like $5-6, plug it in. If it turns on, roll the dice, take it home, see if it works.
We've been toying with the idea of putting a VHS in our car.
Yeah.
Because our Goodwill doesn't sell VHS. But if you had one, you could test it at the store. I think that would be worth your time.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least, it plays and it doesn't eat the tape when it ejects. Good signs.
Yeah, all good signs. You'll know right away.
You're like, oh. It's bad when it eats the tape. That's no good. I had one that I was testing try to eat my Friday tape. I got mad.
This man puts Friday images in his listings. He listed 2 TVs this week.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking.
It's Chris Tucker and Ice Cube sitting on the porch.
I can't.
Hey,
How many times have you watched Friday all the way through, just testing all this stuff?
Man, multiple times.
If you're new here, go back and watch last week's video where we talk about our testing station. It's really been a game changer.
It really has.
And now you see all these electronics. So, you want the whole week.
I want the whole week.
We sold 65 items.
Yeah.
We sold the same last week, so that's great.
Yes.
2 of those items were direct sales.
Hey,
that's a first.
That's a first.
We sold one thing that was amazing, the best thing ever in our closet, to our friend Gretchen. Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you.
For buying that from us for your Christmas present. I hope you love it. And then we sold something on Facebook Marketplace locally,
yes.
So we didn't have to pay any fees, and that was some blood pressure kind of...
A sphygmomanometer.
But then we sold that for $70, and we didn't have to pay any fees because
right.
It was a local sale.
Yep.
So that was really great. Our total sales, we are shy of last week, but not by much. Not by much.
Okay.
$2,932.58.
Nice! So we are brushing right up against that $3,000 mark.
We had one more
amazing.
sale. If somebody would have paid, if one person would have paid, you have the list of people waiting to pay. If one person had paid, probably we would have. But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Man.
We'll make it back next week.
Yep.
Out of that, here's the number that matters, and here's the number that I'm proud of. $1,921.19 of that is total profit.
Yes.
So that
is awesome.
That is our cost of goods, that is the fees, and that is shipping all taken out.
Yeah.
This number is getting better. This is about a third.
Yeah.
And a lot of resellers are at a half. So once you actually do the math, when you actually put in the cost of goods and you put in all of that in the fees and then shipping, because a lot of people don't know how to ship, and we didn't at first. We were losing money on shipping.
A third, wait.
We're at a third. We're losing a third to fees and stuff. We're keeping 2/3, right?
Yes. Okay.
And that's great.
That's really good. Yeah.
If you're at half, that's average. I think that's normal. I think most people, because they pay up for things, they're at about 50% is actual profit in the bank.
Yeah.
And we're at 2/3 is actually profit in the bank.
That's awesome. That's really, really awesome. See, that comes from keeping your cost of goods down and listing and finding higher profit items.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
There's no other way to do it. And then figuring out how to ship them for less money.
Yeah.
So we talk about things a lot. I just don't want to get into it. Maybe we'll do another video, but we have a box resizer that saved us a ton on shipping.
Yeah, that thing's been linked below for a couple of videos now.
It costs $15. It is the best money to spend.
If you don't have one, what are you even doing with your life?
So if your box is this much too tall, you can just cut around it and perforate it and make it smaller, and all of a sudden your shipping costs can drop dramatically.
Yeah, because if you're teetering on the 12 by 12 by 12, that's the maximum size box for relatively cheap shipping. Once you go over that, if you can cut the box down to fit your item, highly recommended.
And we've saved a lot of money there. We've also saved a lot of money using UPS Ground. We learned about that.
Mm-hmm.
We also saved a lot of money buying smaller poly mailers.
Yeah.
And using the correct size and not just getting a big one and slapping everything in it. Literally, those ounces matter. We look at ounces now, and we never used to do that. We'd be like, oh, okay. But we really try, because there's these tiers. So really start to understand your shipping, and that can bring down your cost.
Yep.
And we've also been selling on Facebook, and the margins there are crazy. There's only 5% fees.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really nice, and the direct sales help.
Yep.
So all of those things can start to bring that ratio closer to something that you're happy with. I love taking home 2/3 for profit.
For sure.
That's way better. And so that's the kind of numbers I'm more interested in at the end of the week, is looking at how we're getting better over time.
Yeah.
And we are getting much better. That used to be sometimes up to 60% was going to fees and shipping for us.
So not only is the percentage getting better, but the actual numbers getting better too.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was not that long ago where we were getting really excited about making $1,000 profit.
That's true. We broke 1,000. I remember that. We were like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
In a week we broke 1,000. Now we're like on the cusp of 2,000.
This is awesome.
That is great. For 2 people working full time at this, that's approaching livable for us.
Yep.
I mean, we're still hustling, but it's getting there. And we sold the same amount of items last week as this week, and that's 65 items.
Yep.
That's great.
And we've got a bunch of really good high dollar electronics and stuff in the garage to list. Hopefully my really big moneymaker charging the battery as we speak.
So stay tuned. Consider subscribing if you want to see when and how much this stuff sells for.
Yes, and if you've learned anything from us, please give us a thumbs up. It helps spread the video around, helps people find it, helps our channel grow. So.
And sorry you missed Mojo today. He's our cat, but he's taking a nap.
Yeah.
He came over earlier, sorry. But thanks for watching. We really appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to see more of us, we're live over on Facebook in our group, the Hustle Couple Reseller Workroom, every single night listing close.
Yeah, we're going to go over there and start listing
right now.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.